Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Edoggz Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron Trilogy Tigatron, made by Takara Tomy. We have the Generation sticker here, we have the Transformers lettering going there, we have Tigatron in his Tiger mode there, and then we have on this side this collage of characters going upwards and stuff. And then on the back, we have the robot mode. We have these two accessories. We have him in this tiger mode. And it takes 23 steps to transform it. On this side, he's using his tail as a whip. He is a Voyager class figure. That is the top of the box there. And that is the bottom of the box there. And that is it. Now inside you get your usual gold stage and a card, which happens to be this guy right here, Megatron. I'm not exactly sure if people still collect these or what. Let me know. All right. So here is Tigatron. His function. Hold on, my God. His function is recon slash security officer slash VOC avatar, and we're just going to simply just go through it. Now there is a story that I like to go through before we start. The first time I ran into this figure, it was at a Walmart in Long Island, New York, I believe it was. And at the time, the character was yellow, or maybe it was going through like a yellowing phase type of deal. I'm not exactly sure if the company was doing that or if it was the plastic that was doing that. So I took a pass on it. The second time I ran into it, it was in New Jersey, and this time it was a bleach white version, just like this. And I couldn't figure out why that was happening until I did some research on that. By that time, I was suffering from FOMO, which is the fear of missing out, because that's exactly what happened. It disappeared from the shelves for a long time. Very long time. But once it hit the shelves again, they made an orange one. I'm not exactly sure what his name is, but they you have your different versions or of this piece. They give you like a preference. You don't have to get the same thing. Now he does come with this gun here. Let's get that in focus. Now this is supposed to be his gut blaster, or you could just say it's just a blaster or something like that. And it comes apart. Not exactly sure what that does, but you can put this one over here and maybe put that one over there. That could be like a lance or something. Who knows? I don't know what that is. Not exactly sure why they separate it, but it's for some reason. And you could just plug this back together. And you use this as a gun, or a complete gun, I should say. Pop this in, and you're good to go. Now the tail is optional. You can have the tail on, or you can have it off. And just like the picture, let's swap hands real quick. You can have it as a whip. Now that doesn't do it for me, but you can do that if you choose. Let me see him point it this way. Nah, it still don't work for me. But you can have it as a tail or not. It's your choice. I'm gonna put this back there so I won't lose it. Now, it takes 23 steps to transform it. So before we do, let's go through some articulations here. Now, these wings can go only as far as back as that. You can still cross the legs in the back, but they do not have that peg that pops out from either side on the Masterpiece version. It does that as a like a peg system here, peg and hole system. You can plug them together and you can have them crisscross like that. So that's the way I like to do it. That's the same way I'm going to be doing the rest of the cats. Okie dokie. So we can go all the way up to about there. All the way down to there. Outward movement down to there. Now you could use the inside shoulder to kind of like get a little wider range, but you have to keep adjusting this piece right here because it likes to come out all the time. But you can do it if you want to. And the head is on a ball joint. You can swing, 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 right? Move up and down stuff. I like the eyes. They're red. I like the green on this. I believe I can't figure out what type of green that is, but I like it anyway. The majority of the figure is going to be white, broken up with some black, and there's some discoloring on the legs and some other parts. We'll get to that. We'll get to that later. And then you have more than 90 degrees, and that's because of the transformation. That looks like, you know, a security officer opposed to honestly. There's bicep swivel. The hands are can rotate 360 degrees on their own. And the elbow is double jointed, just in case you missed it. Bring the leg out like this. Bring the lower leg down like that. And it's all right. I give it to us at 90 degrees on there. Let's bring this out. Bring the leg out like so. There's a thigh swivel there. The feet are on a rocker. They're very, very tight rockers, and it plugs back into place. So going back on the foot like this, and you go as far forward on the foot like that. They have heel spurs on here, but that's also for transformation too. Going backwards on the leg, it depends on where you have this tail, because the tail can plug in, and that's about as far as you're going to get there. But if the tail is not plugged in, let's move this arm. You can probably get it up to there. That's about it. That's the maximum you're going to get. Now there's waist articulation there. You can turn this way. You can turn that way. Can you turn all the way around? Yep, you can turn all the way around if you want to. And that is it. Now this is a better take on the original figure, except for one tiny thing. But this is much better. So we're going to take this gun out. Okay, we're going to start the transformation. We're going to take this. We're going to leave it on the side. So we're going to boost the lighting just a little bit. Right. So we're going to take the arms. We're going to deal with the arms first. And what we're going to do, you need to fold them up like this. And you want to bring them down like that. And you want to just bring down it on the shoulder. And this piece flips into this cutout corner there. There's a peg there. There's a peg here, and there's a slot there. And the opposite are these two slots right here. Right? So that's what we have to work with. And you just simply want to just put these two together like so. Same thing here. Bring this up like that. You're going to see these two holes there, and there's a peg there, and then there's a peg there, and just swing this over like that. So you should have this going on. Next, you want to use the leverage from the wings to open up this piece right here. This one already did it for me. Get this out, and you can do the same thing on that side. Get this out. All right, so what you need to do next is we need to we have to move this piece out. Give me a second. All right, so you're gonna move this arm out because there's very close contact with these two pieces of plastic, so there's no kind of clearance. So you gotta kind of have to move, you have to pull this piece upwards to get it to flip over, and then you take this piece and you flip it backwards, and these things will plug into place like that. So let me show you more clearly on this side. Let's get this unplugged one time. Take this piece, right? You kind of have to pull like that, right? So there's a peg there, and then there's a peg there, and I'm gonna put this down. Make sure all of this is connected. All right. You can bring these legs down for now. Right. Now we're going to unplug this section here. It's going to be on the armature. So you just want to lift up. There's the armature there. And you want to hold the neck in place. You want to separate the head like so. It's going to open up this cavity there, and you just simply move the head down. It's going to cover up this piece here. Bring the head back up. Bring this down, and you want to turn, and there should be a peg here, and there should be a slot. You can't see it. No, the slot's right there. Slot is right there. Peg and slot system right there. So you just plug these two things together, and you bring this up like that, right? So you got the top half done. Right now we can bring in the chest, so all we have to do is fold this in like so, fold this in, and you have this system, right? So you have a peg and slot system on both sides, and just marry these two together. You have these two pegs here. We'll get to that in a second. So bring these legs up. Bring these legs up. All right, take this panel back here. Bring that up. Bring the legs down like so, and we're going to have to deal with this part. So we want to take these heel spurs, bring it inside of the foot. Same thing on this side. Bring it inside the foot like that. And then we want to bring the foot back to get this leg out like so. Bring the foot, let's get that leg to pop out like so, like that. Right, so the next thing we have to do, you need to use your finger to pop these little panels out from the back. So pop those out. And then you take the robot foot, put it in the back of the thigh. Same thing. like it was already there. Right. So right now you want to plug this into that slot. Bring this leg up like so. And you want to bring it down the knee section like that. Same thing, bring this up, bring down the knee. And you just have to work with the feet. Right. Bring out this, bring out that. Let's see if we can get it stand one time. Take the tail, plug it into that slot right there. Now you could do it this way if you want to. If you want to be different, you could just turn it upside down. You can have that going on, but you're going to have these little holes. So you may have to find somehow, some way, add a little bit of black in these little crevices or something like that. But you can have it like that from the side view if you want to, but it's meant to go this way. All right. Make sure all the feet are connected to the table, and then you have your Tigatron and his oak mode. Very nice. Now the first half of this figure is much better. I like it, but it's the back that kind of falls a lot. And it's because of these legs right here, and plus we can still see the robot mode there. On the original Tigatron, way back in the 90s, I want to say, this gun filled out like the middle portion of the chest, right? So you just pop the gun in the middle and you were good to go. They decided to put these to the ports here for that purpose, and I do not like that. Now it's for storage. You do whatever you want. You can have it there or you not have it there. You can do this. You can pop these two things apart. That looks a little bit more crazy, but hey. Now you can also use those ports as a stand, so you can have them jumping or what have you. So yeah, it's alright. It's cool. Now the Masterpiece one is a little bit better. It's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. Now getting back to robot mode is very simple. What I like to do is I bring these back like so, be split at the chest. Now before I go any further, they put a different color here. It's like a pinkish color to make it look dirty. It's a little bit on this right here, on this his cheeks or something like that, to make it look like he's been resting in snow or something. And there's a little bit here and then here. All right, so we want to separate this, right? We're gonna bring the legs down. Spread the legs. Let's pop that out. Let's bring this up. Okay, so we want to bring this foot out. Now, the one thing I missed is that the foot does plug into the back of the this panel here, and you just push like that. You can use the lower leg to push that the rest of the way in. Bring that around. Take this piece right here. Always use these tools that they give you to get these out. Get the heel spurs out. Unplug this again. Push this in. Bring that up. Bring that around. Like that. So bring this down on this armature. Extend. Bring down the head. Right? Lift up the inside head. Bring that up. Close this up. So bring this down on the armature. It's going to plug into place. Bring that back down. Okay, next we want to get this arm out of here. So you want to separate this piece. All right. You need to bring this section up while you're moving this section forward. And that's going to plug into place. Same thing here. I'm going to separate this arm. Bring this up. Right? You want to separate these two. And it's going to plug into place. And that is done. Bring down the arms. So let's pop his gun in here. Like that. Let's crisscross these things again. Right. Take his tail, pop this back in. Oh, this part too is a different color. You can't see it because my light is coming from that way, but it's a different color. It's like a pinkish color there. Okay. And there you have him in his robot phone. Now, in the show, if you happen to be watching it, later portion, I'm not going to give anything out. These two became an item in the show, and they come in contact with these alien creatures known as the Vok, and their bodies get beamed up or something like that, and they start experimenting on them, and they merge the two bodies together, and they create a new character named Tigerhawk. So I hope we do get a Tigerhawk. It shouldn't be a leader class figure. It should be bigger than that, to be honest with you. Alright, so because a lot of it could be leader class, it could, but it should be a little taller than leader class. So I hope we get that, because it's a combination of both these two together. One part, majority of it is a tiger, and the other part is a bird. And the only thing that's similar to that is a griffin, if you will, but they use a lion instead. But you have that. It's a mythical creature that they turn into type of deal. I have to do my research on it, if and when they do it. So there you have it for this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. You're helping me to get to 1,000 subscribers, I should say. We're going to be doing this next. Legacy Motor Master. If you do not know by now, there is an upgrade kit for this to make them bigger. I'm trying to see how long I could wait for that. And then we're going to throw this in there right behind it. And that should do it for now. People have already seen the Wave 2 in certain parts of the states, which is Knockout, Tarantulas, Alita 1. I know there's somebody else in there. And I haven't seen Inferno. Is it Inferno? It's one of those. But anyway, yeah. We're waiting for those to pop up. And then we're going to go directly into Tobots. That's going to be Tobot. So I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you in the next video.